Hello, friends. No one's here yet, but we're getting started. We're getting ready, getting set up. I need to do some market prep for this coming Saturday. It is Sunday, July 21st for me. It is 9:22 p.m. for me. I just had a weird white line go across the top of my screen. Strange. Okay. I do have some tunes going, instrumental. If they're too loud, please somebody let me know. But I am working on the Little Octo keychains pattern by Stitchin' with Abby. And yeah, I have some scrap balls to work with, and that's what we're going to do. So for now, let's see. I'm going to find my Etsy store. Ooh, I got a comment. Must be on one of my stories. Let's see. No, not right now. So I'm going to paste my Etsy link in the chat. Nope. We're going to pin this to the top. So that's my Etsy store. If you're interested in any kind of patterns or stitch markers, I would love to make that happen for you. Currently, I have 37 patterns active on Etsy. I do have almost twice that over on Ravelry. There are some of my probably less popular patterns. Some of my newer patterns that were over there, while I gauge whether they're worth putting them over on Etsy or not. I do have a couple cardigans. I have a couple plushies, so like leggy froggies, tiny chickens, mushy boys. So those are over there. It has shipping included in the cost. If anybody purchases from that while I'm on live, I'll be happy to package that for you. I got a cool new printer. I got one of the Moonbeam shipping printers. So that's fun. No, I don't want to buy anything in my cart. So yeah, let's go ahead and get our stuff out. I already got my iPad. I'll go ahead and set up my safety eyes. Pull out my fancy crochet bag. So today for colors, we have this like pretty teal, aqua-y teal color in Sweet Snuggles Light. We have this nice silver, also Sweet Snuggles Light. We have hot pink, Sweet Snuggles Light, I think. And we have yellow in Premier Snow Cone. So those are the colors that we're going to work with for Octos until we run out. And depending on how productive I can manage to be, then maybe we can switch to some mini bees or maybe some mini cows. Hi, Fatima. Thanks for popping in. Need to put some lotion on because I feel dehydrated in my hands. Let's Let's see. I know I got a YouTube comment here a few moments ago. And okay, it was on my reel that I posted earlier. Oh, no, that's an A, not an exclamation point. Good times. Howdy, howdy for when you're popping in. We are just getting started. Ooh, I got a notification from Amazon that my my safety eyes are coming in. That's fun. So yesterday was my birthday. And we went to Kennywood, which is an amusement park about 2 hours south of me. It took forever to get down there. I took in yarn to make leggy froggies and some of my Martha chickens. And between walking around the park and waiting for lunch because it was a company picnic, and waiting in line for one ride for 2.5 hours, you're right. But before we got on the ride, I had used up all of the yarn. All of the yarn that I brought. So then I had to really focus on the day. But we stood in that line for 2.5 hours. We rode that little inside in the dark roller coaster. It was done in like 3 minutes. It was very fun. But then we ended up leaving the park because every other ride was an hour-long wait. And we weren't doing it again. It was too hot. It had been a long day. I was hungry, and I wanted Mexican food. So we stopped at this place. It's Margarita King's is what it's called, in Grove City, PA. And we had some margarita flights, and I had some fajitas. They gave me a birthday shot of tequila, which was cool. And then we came home and had to take my kid to the ER because he had hurt his back. He hadn't told anybody what he did to hurt his back, but he tried lifting weights that were easily half his size. He's okay. Thank goodness. He's all right. They did x-rays. They checked his everything. Everything came back good. I'm too busy chatting and not counting. But we didn't get home until about 11:30. Yeah, I'm also glad that he's okay. I would have felt awful. What I felt really bad about, though, was he put on a brave face. He did all the things, even that when he didn't want to. Everything was good, and by the time that we left, he was so hungry, he wanted McDonald's, and I wanted to reward him with McDonald's. But it was 11:15, and McDonald's was closed for 15 minutes. So, no McDonald's for him. So they came home and they ate and they went to bed, and they didn't wake up today till 11 a.m., which was super cool.
I took a quick quiz to share my size, style, and budget.
But I worked on some of this Octo while waiting in the waiting room.
This blazer, the fit on these jeans, perfect.
So at the moment, I'm already on the tentacles.
Free shipping and returns, and no subscription required. Stitch Fix, my stylist just gets me, and they'll get you too. Get started today at StitchFix.com.
It was a really, really busy day. One heck of a birthday, that's for sure. I mean, after two little cups, but so they probably equated to a big cup of a margarita and a shot of tequila. You know, Just feeling a little buzzed. Just a little. And then Archer was hurt. So there went that. But it's okay. Okay. I had to make sure I was counting right on that one. Yeah, I'm already kind of laughing at him. Once we knew that he was alright, we're like, dude, what are you doing? You're not going to do it again, right? No. It's like, good. Learn a lesson, dude. Those weights are way too heavy for little you. You have no business at all. Archer literally only weighs like 45 pounds. And these weights were 25-pound dumbbells. It's like, come on. Use your head, dude. Once I finish these Octos, I really gotta start working on a pattern test. I have 3 that I have to do. I have to finish a standing giraffe. And then I have to do Hey Hey, which is just a little chunky version. And then today I got picked for a mini praying mantis, which Archer will love to pieces. But that's going to be really fast. And Fatima, I should be anime prepping. I need to get some of these like market staples done this week before like trying to knock out any anime stuff next week. Just because the fact like these are my things that always sell. Sorry. So like these Octos and my mini bees and the little turtles. I finished my chickens and my leggy froggies, and I've got to do up the mini mushy boys too. So it's really not like a ton of stuff. And if I actually focus on it, I can finish all of that stuff pretty dang quick. Hi, Allie. Allie can't spell. That's funny. It is a long list, but they're all small things, so they go really fast. So right now I'm making an Octo. The pattern is by Stitchin' with Abby on Instagram. It's a free pattern. It's a really fast make. I timed myself a while ago and it takes me like 16 minutes start to finish. Yeah, that is a bit of a list, but they're all small things. So they do go pretty quick. Hi Anna, how are you? Nice to see you. I feel like I keep missing your lives on TikTok. Like, I don't know if you've been going live lately. If you are, it seems like it's in the middle of the night while I'm asleep. I'm good. Yesterday was my birthday, so we had a whole-on adventure. You started a new job? What kind of job? I mean, that sounds like a fun adventure, though. And thank you. I appreciate that. I'm 31. Yay me. Thank you, Allie. Okay. I totally understand that. Is that something that you've been, like, that's your job of choice for a while, or is this something new that you're getting into? I feel like this is what you've done before, if I remember. This is the free pattern by Stitchin' with Abby on Instagram.
No matter where you are in the world, Verbo knows questions can pop up. That's why Verbo offers 24/7 live support.
That's kind of what I thought. I kind of remembered. Enjoy your dinner, Fatima.
Relax. You booked a Verbo. Some people just know safe drivers save more with Allstate. Just like they
3 years with the general population. What did you do with the general population? That's my question.
See? Smooth. And they know if you're a safe driver, you can save up to 40% with Allstate. Now that's nice. Based on the national average premium savings for Allstate customers with a clean driving record versus those without. Savings vary by state and based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Yeah, like I'm already on the decrease round. This is the last round and then it's done. That's really cool. See, I wanted to get into like that side of it just because like I get so frustrated and worked up for my people that I've worked with, because there's no reason that, like, for some of them, my most recent lady, she is bedbound 100%. 100% dependent on others. That woman there's no reason at all why she should not be given 24 hours of care. None. And it irritates the crap out of me that she essentially has to she either has to suffer for those hours that can't be covered, or it's like they're trying to force her into a nursing home. And that's just not cool. Not cool. Let the lady stay in her house. Natural supports. What do you mean by natural supports? Like family? Or like support in their home as opposed to a facility? Yeah. I mean, she does have family, but there's not enough of them. Like, it's the family can't find coverage for the hours that she has provided. So they get stuck with everything. And then the hours that are not covered are like in the middle of the night, which makes it hard for family. It sucks. The system sucks in a whole, or as a whole. Oh no. Oh crap. Okay. That's exactly it. I know I had to help the family talk with her coordinator and whatnot, because they didn't realize that once she turned 65, in our state at least, she can be supplied with a new wheelchair every so many years. She can be supplied with a new medical bed every so many years. Her insurance will cover incontinence supplies, gloves, just all kinds of things like that. And the family had no idea. Like, her social worker never bothered to tell her that. Yet they're different. So the bed is, I think, every 10 years. But the mattress is every 3. The wheelchair is, I think, every 5. I want to say that they will even supply her with a lift chair if she could use it. If that's what it is the social worker that she had when I met the family, you couldn't get a hold of her at all. We had spoken to her like once after I had started, and then she disappeared, and we couldn't get in touch with anybody for 3 or 4 months. And next thing you know, we're getting calls from their company saying that we had been switched to a new coordinator, but that they needed everything filled out again because all of our files that were with the first coordinator, she had basically just dipped and took everything with her. So they had lost all of her paperwork, everything. Like, they had it in her system that she was capable of like signing for herself, but she physically can't. So she had a medical proxy and like a power of attorney and all that, and it was this whole big freaking thing because everything was written down as if she was an able-bodied person with full operational capacity, and she was not. She was stroke affected mentally and physically, and because nobody really cared to look into it, it was this big thing. Like, there was even an issue too because sorry, she is 100% wheelchair bound, and well, bed bound, but she needs a wheelchair to move. But she is a very tall woman. she's contracted. So she has to use one of the reclining wheelchairs, or be transported in a bed on the gurney. And you could pay the local hospital or the ambulance agency to transport her, and it was $800 one way to go like 5 miles. Nobody bothered telling her that she qualified for our local like transportation. So like the busing system that goes through. And so the family had been paying because if she rode in an ambulance via gurney, it was $800 one way. Hi Stephanie, I'm working on Octos. I'm market prepping Octos. I have a market coming up next Saturday. It's the free pattern by Stitchin' with Abby on Instagram. I just started this one. Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, nobody told her that she qualified for local transportation. And her family didn't have a wheelchair accessible vehicle, so they weren't able to take her anywhere. Then she needed a urologist, and our urologist in county quit, and we didn't have one for almost a year. So she just didn't get seen because there wasn't one, and they couldn't transport her to see one out of county. They said that they wouldn't cover it. And then he talked to another person months later, and they're like, well, there are special circumstances. You just have to call and talk to this person about this. It's like, why? How could you not have shared that information months earlier? Like, you're putting this woman's life at risk. It ended up being a whole damn thing. Like, thankfully, we were able to get everything figured out. Now, I haven't seen the family since January. I had my surgery to repair my hernia in my belly button. So I was off until March, and then I never returned back to work. Like, I really liked my client, and whatnot, but between the demands of being a mom and trying to run my business, was like, you know what, now's the best time to do it. I just need to jump 2 feet first and go all in. Yeah, it's definitely overwhelming to navigate. You know, I hear it just about every time that I listen to Pandora, but this is a new station that I found. It's I didn't know that was a thing. I was able to split screen on my iPad, and I did it accidentally. Yes, I know it from Twilight, but this station that I'm listening to, it's instrumental versions of popular songs, covers. Yeah, I've had this iPad for over a year, and this is the first time I've done it. Yes, we totally need to talk more often. Like, I miss you guys. I want to be more active, but like, I feel like a chameleon where my brain's going all over the place. We need to, like, do a chat or something here soon. I haven't seen anybody hopping in, like, a Zoom or the Discord lounge or anything for a while. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, feel free to come back. I'll probably be on here for a while. It's only been 30 minutes, so I try to stay on for at least an hour. Seems like the longer that I'm on, the more people pop in. But good luck putting her to bed, because she's like Rowan. I know, feral children, that's what that is. And he threw a dang fit earlier because he fell asleep in my lap. And I needed to put a pull-up on him before bed, and he was mad because I made him put a pull-up on. It's like, dude, I don't want you to pee the bed. So I won't. You will. Every single day. Here on YouTube? I did not know that. So I don't know how to go live vertically on my computer. I could probably set it up on my phone, but I know when I'm watching videos on YouTube, I like to watch them in the horizontal screen. But maybe I'll try that next time. That's actually really good to know. Thank you, Allie. That's fair. What was Passionate Kelsey saying? I like watching her too. About more people watching in the vertical screen? Or that she prefers the horizontal? Huh. Maybe I need to watch her lives more often. See, I like watching every video that she puts out, but I don't do the lives much with her because the whole point of watching them is to be able to chat back and forth. For me, you know, I want to be able to chat in the comments, but she doesn't slow down her chat, like, at all. So it's just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, every single one that I've seen of hers is like that. So if you watch Passionate Kelsey, did you see her Reddit story video that she just posted? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the one specifically with the 33-year-old man cutting up his 21-year-old girlfriend's blanket because he was mad that she wasn't spending quality time with him. I was heated telling my husband about that one. I was like, as soon as I read that, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that relationship is over. It is done. Like, never again. It's like, she ain't ever coming back. And so then my husband, because we were walking around the amusement park yesterday, and as I'm walking around, I'm crocheting. And crocheting in the lines because those lines were freaking ridiculous. And he was making jokes about, like, you never spend time with me. It was like, you just hush your face. You want to complain about not spending time with me? Find a job where you have more time here with me and not at work. That's hilarious. I bet he was mortified. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I know I had to laugh here a couple weeks back. I made something, and I had asked my husband, like, what would you price something like this for? And whatever he says, I generally will up the price some because, men undercharge things. He generally gives a higher price than most, but still lower than where I'm at. And then I told him that I was thinking of charging like another $20 from what he had said. And he was like, really? Really that much? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And he's like, oh, okay. Never mind then. It was hilarious. Now, every time that I watch Kelsey's videos, though, like, I want to make a crop top every time. And I do make them. But right now I think I have like 15 or so. And I just don't need that many more right now. I need more plushies because they keep disappearing on me. But it just makes me want to make them. I've got all of this yarn that's great for crop tops and not enough time or hands.
There are lots of people you might want to share a Virgo with, but when
Sorry.
you book a Virgo, the host doesn't stay with you. So the only people you'll share the space with.
What pattern are you working
Virgo
on?
private vacation
I want to know.
rentals. Relax. You booked a Virgo. For more than 100 years, UPMC McGee Women's has put women at the center of care, delivering more research.
I know, I've made a couple of hers. Oh, a raglan top is cute. I haven't made. I don't make things for myself. It's not that I haven't. I don't ever wear it. Or, because I'm a mom and my weight keeps fluctuating. I don't see the sense in making myself something that I'm not going to be able to fit into next year. But I love making stuff all the time. And I love wearables. Seems just in a generic pattern. Watched several videos on it, and they all were doing the same thing, but claim the pattern is theirs. Yeah, so basically somebody created the design initially, but it got lost along the way. But the style of raglan top is pretty generic. But the more like stitch variation that you add, or when you work on certain kinds of yarns or whatever, like that's really where it differs. No, that's actually a really great starting point, Allie. And with raglan tops, because they're starting at the shoulder, it's really easy to adjust if your gauge is off. So like if you start making it way too big or way too small, you can fix that, before you close up the armholes. Yeah, it's so easy to adjust raglan tops. Stephanie, are you saying you're making Gemma the giraffe? I just finished a giraffe this week. You just started it. Who's the designer on that one? I did a giraffe this week, and I used Premier snow cone yarn, And I made the accent color like a light blue. But I have to make another giraffe this week, a standing one instead of a sitting one. And I'm not sure what yarn I'm using. I feel like I'm going to use velvet because I need a small one. My other one's huge. Kay's Crochet Critters. Well, now I have to look this up. Who is Gemma the Giraffe? Gotta find it. Oh, is it this one? Oh, that's cute. I think I saw that on Instagram. For anybody looking later, this is what we're talking about. Kay's Crochet Critters. That's stinking cute. And it's not very big either. That'll go really fast for you, Stephanie, I'm sure. Ooh, Allie, you bought yarn from a small yarn store. Love that. The snow cone yarn is nice. It's more fleecy, I think, than like burnout blanket. It's more fluffy. Kind of like the Sherpa, but not as awful feeling because I can't do that. But it's nice colors. It does feel nice. It works up pretty well. And I want to say it's about the same size as Bernat, roughly. It was good. I suggest it. Premier was having a bag sale, so you got 3 skeins in a bag for $9, and they're decent skeins. I'm so sorry for the coughing, guys. I have a cold. I've been trying to get over it. Yeah, it looks like it's a good market make. It looks really cute and looks like it would work up really fast. This might be my new favorite station to listen to on Pandora. Oh, Christmas tree! Why? It's July! Hi, Melissa! Oh, I wish I had brought up my axolotls from upstairs. You know, sometimes I show off my things on here, and then other times I forget. I'm making Octos. Oh, better than my last one? Yeah, I think the last one was like Celtic, Irish folk music. Hi, Leslie. I swear I didn't choose to put on Christmas music. It just came on next. Not sure what they were thinking.
What's the most important ingredient in Sara Lee bread? It's actually love. You see, our founder
Well, that's amazing. Yes, welcome to my YouTube channel.
because he wanted to make his
Last
life
check,
all
I am now over 650 subscribers. Thank you. This is my bedroom. But here, I'll pan around a little bit. Okay, ignore that laundry basket. It's actually clothes I'm getting rid of. But this is 4 cubes deep.
Some people just know.
Let me scoop.
Just like they know a saxophone
That goes under my TV.
any song smoother.
I have another one over there.
See? Smooth. And they know if you're a safe driver, you can save up to 40%.
I have that bookshelf
Now that's
in that box.
nice.
In that box. Oh, come on. Give it back. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I've been crocheting for 20 years. Since I was 11. And I want to say I was about 18 when I started like gathering yarn. We'll say gathering. Hoarding is a negative connotation that we don't need here. That we don't need that kind of negativity, you know? And so it started really small, like the fabric cubes that fit in these, I literally had nailed like 4 of them to my wall. 1, 2, 3, okay, 5 of them to my wall, something like that. And then I found a bench and I put it in my room. And then I was able to spread it out some more so I could use the extra word. Right. Not a word in my vocabulary unless I'm watching hoarders on TV. You know, it's okay. It's fine. So either way, then like that got out of hand. So I got one of these and I put it up and that was wonderful. Then I got my first apartment. Actually, I didn't get my first apartment. A while later, I got my first apartment. And so then I needed 2 of these. And I had one in my bedroom and one in the living room. Because my living room had a built-in bookshelf where there used to be a window. And it was beautiful. So I had one of these underneath that. And then the other one in my bedroom. And then I got pregnant with my first son. And my husband and I moved in together. So then I had one on this wall and one on this wall. And then we bought our house. And I had a whole room that was my yarn room. And 2 just wasn't enough, so I got a 3rd one. So then I had a whole row of them. They were all vertical. It was a whole wall. It was beautiful. And then we, in a roundabout way, inherited my in-laws' house, where there are 3 bedrooms for 3 adults and 2 kids. So, I lost my yarn room. There's no storage. There's not much extra space. So, in my bedroom it goes. So, my bed is over there. And my yarn is over here. And my desk is here. And, like, this whole half of the room is mine. My husband's only space in this room is his side of the bed. And he's okay with it. He's fine. Because he has, like, the whole garage. Yay, new subscriber. Thank you, Sherry. If you're watching, welcome. But yeah, so this is my yarn wall, and the bookshelf that I showed you that's over here, I built it with my neighbor in high school. Just because I asked and he was so nice. And I feel like since then he was probably 50 or so when I was in high school, and he was so nice, and You know, we lived in a trailer and we thought there was going to be a tornado, and he offered to let us hang out. And so that was really nice. But after I graduated from high school, he ended up in an accident, and he actually ended up paralyzed, like from the neck down or the chest down or something. And since then, I believe he's actually passed away. So that's just really sad. So even though this little bookshelf is as janky as it gets and made out of all the scrap wood, I don't think I could ever get rid of it because that man helped me build it, and he's not here anymore. You know, and I don't remember if he had kids. So like I think that's neat. So I may put this bookshelf somewhere else at some time and get another one of these. But all of my like acrylic yarn is up here, and then all of my Sweet Snuggles Light and my velvet and my like snow cone yarn, all of that is downstairs in 31 extra large like deluxe tote bags stacked on top of each other. Sorry. And I so agree with you guys. This is how it should be. And I am so glad that he's okay with that. If he wasn't okay with it, I would tell him that he has to give up some of his hobby equipment. Because this may look like a lot because it's all in one place. But that man has all the hunting equipment, all the fishing equipment, all of the gun reloading, like shell reloading equipment. There's a boat in the yard that he can't even put in the water. He's got kayaks. And he's got all the stuff, all of it. So he cannot come down on me for this. He knew that I did this when he met me. Oh, it's a whole new world. Allie, thank you for stopping in and watching. I totally understand. You know, I love having you here. It's really nice to have somebody to chat with. Yes. So this house that we're living in is actually the house that my husband was brought home from the hospital into. So like this has been his house for his entire life. So he's like, he has presence in every space of this house, every space of this property. So it's kind of like, you let me have my space or we're going to have a problem. Like, you let me have my space or we can't be here. Because I need space.
You might say, oh, come on.
My goodness, this cough is ridiculous. If you do happen to be watching, if you wouldn't mind liking the live, I'd really appreciate it. It does help.
State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra. Get someone who can actually help. Contact State Farm agent Michael Dill today.
And if you are kind of new to my channel, I have playlists that include all of my shorts. I have playlists that have market day videos, market breakdowns, just crochet with me's. I have a couple tutorials as well. All right, not there yet. So I'm just trying different things. Sometimes it's a lot more chatty, and other times there's no talking at all. Or if there is, it's very few. Oh no, don't do that. Why, Sweet Snuggles Light? Do you have to hate me? Dang yarn. So lucky. Okay, we got it. We got this. I hope. No, thankfully my husband is super supportive of my crochet. He thinks it's pretty neat, the things that I can make. He asks me frequently to make things for like gifts or other random things. Now, do I comply with that in a timely fashion? Probably not. When we first started dating, he had asked me to make keychain or chapstick keychain pins. And that never happened. And unfortunately, one of the friends that he wanted me to make that for has passed away since then. But, you know, I have since made little pins. I actually have a pattern in testing for them. If you didn't know. And that is being tested on my Instagram right now. That being said, I see somebody left. If you are not interested in peen talk, I am sorry. It was more of a mention. You know, gotta plug myself and my pattern designs and stuff somewhere. Might as well do it in my own space. Okay, so we have 2 octo shells. And not enough of this yarn to make another one, so we'll stick that off to the side. So let's do a pink one. On my list of market make things to do are these octos, tiny turtles, mini mushy boys, and something else that I can't remember. So, yesterday I worked up all of the leggy froggies that I needed to. I worked up 5 out of the 7 that I wanted to make of my Martha chickens, which is another free pattern over on my Instagram if you wanted to check that out. So I don't know if I'll make more. But, oh, mini bees. That was the other thing. I really need to stock up on mini bees. I only have 2 left. And generally, like, that's one of the easy takeaway things. So I will make those for markets. Basically, if I give myself the time to do it, then I can finish all of my octos in a day. I can finish all of my bees in a day. All the mushy boys in a day. But it's just making myself sit down and do it. Like, I felt so productive yesterday. I did 11 almost done leggy froggies. And I did 5 of my Martha chickens because that's all the yarn that I had with me. And then on the way down, that's all I did, because on the way down I did leggy froggies. So Stephanie, do you do all of the facial expressions on them? Because I have leggy froggies that have smiles with blush, leggy froggies that have just a meh face, like the straight line, and leggy froggies that look sad or grumpy. And the ones that look sad or grumpy, those are the ones that I have cross the arms because it makes them look grumpier. And I use these kawaii eyes on them, which I have noticed the things with these eyes sell way faster than the things without them. And what colors are you making them in would be the other question. If it's easier to just show me a picture, you can feel free to do that on Instagram. If you have Instagram, I should say. Don't let me assume. Okay, are they all just plain green, or do you use any of the like tie-dye-ish or the marbled colors? What kind of green? Yeah, I would definitely invest in these eyes. The downside about them is that I've only found them in these packs where there you get 100, I think it's 100 pieces, or like 100 individual eyes. So there are so many sizes. There's like 6mm, 8mm, 10mm, and then it goes up to 16, and there are like 10 pair of eyes in each size, something like that. So I end up stuck with a bunch of the tiny eyes. Jesus. Archer, go downstairs. I'm sick of you doing that. Go downstairs. I'm sorry. Mom moment of the evening. He thinks that it's hilarious to sneak up the stairs and scare the crap out of me by busting through my door, and it makes me want to throw him somewhere. Ugh. These kids. Okay, so I end up stuck with all of the tiny sizes because I don't make things small enough to use them often. Hi, welcome in. And the bigger sizes, I've been using them more. I've been trying to make bigger things to be able to use them. But the in-between sizes, so like, I want to say it's probably 10, 12, and 14 millimeters are what I use the most.
With the American Express
Stephanie, this is you who sent me the message. That's a really cute frog, though. I mean, you said Sweet Snow was light, and this picture is brunette. But it's very cute. Less than an hour, really. I bet that'll sell really quick. Yeah, that'll sell so dang quick for you, I guarantee. Oh, let's see.
A sun-soaked day party on our private island. Perfect day at Coco Cay. Add pools galore, floating cabanas, and friends and family, and you just raise the bar.
This was my last batch.
This is the world's biggest.
So that's the yarn that I use. That's what they look like.
From Orlando. Book today and come see the Royal Caribbean.
I do realize now that that's a different pattern. I didn't before. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then... Alright, so that was the last batch of froggies. I've been switching it up, so I'll use one skein of burlap blanket, and I'll just make an entire batch of them and sell them till they're gone, basically. And then I will switch to the different color, and I'll batch make them again. There they are. And this is the other skein. So there's all the faces and the eyes. And they all have their own different personalities. So this is the yarn that I'm using that I use for this batch. Some of them are going to be a bit different just because I was making them while walking around the amusement park yesterday. And I was just guesstimating of how much more yarn I would need to finish, because I slip stitch across the bottom and then do the other leg and then finish off. So I had to guess, and I was a little short with my measurements there. So I did get them done, but some of them have short legs or legs that are not the same size now. But I don't think anyone's going to care. And I sell them for $15. And I mean, they don't sell crazy fast, but I also don't hold on to them for very often. Like, I have to remake another batch. I probably have to make about 10 or 11 of them once a month. Compared to like the tiny turtles, which I sell for $10. Those I have to make every like 3 weeks or so. Elizaveta. Well, hi. How are you? I'm glad you found me. That really, really sucks that you couldn't get all your friends back. Okay, that makes way more sense. I'm sitting here, I'm like, Elizaveta. It's like, who is that? Liza. I want to pronounce it that way. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. That makes way more sense. Well, find me again. I mean, I'm under the same name. But yeah, I'm good. My birthday was yesterday. We spent the day at the amusement park. I've been busting butt at markets. I've been trying to do lives consistently. I've been trying to post videos consistently. I'm not super great at consistency, but I try. Pudge the Squish Frog. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Stephanie. Is it a free pattern by chance? Who's the designer? Oh, Melissa, you made the chick? And it sold right away? Oh, that's great. Yes, I would say make a lot more. So when I first started making them, the beginning of this year, I was literally selling like 8 or 9 of them at every market, even the slow ones. Like, I have 20 of them to prepare for my market this coming Saturday. Because I'm just not sure what's going to happen. Cozy Wonder Crochet. All right, let's see. Gosh, I wish I could spell correctly. Cozy with a C. And you said that's Pudge the Squish Frog. All right, search. All right, let's go ahead and add those spaces. Wonder Crochet, Pudge the Squish Frog. There it is. Pudge the Squish Toad. I see. So this is the pattern that we're talking about. Pudge the Squish Toad by Cozy Wonders Crochet. It's so cute. It's a very cute pattern. Looks super easy too. You know, axolotls have always been crazy sellers. For whatever reason, I did not focus on them much the beginning of this year. I think maybe I was just all burnt out of them. But for this market this coming Saturday, I did prep like 11 of them, which I know is a weird number, but I have all of my Sweet Snuggles Light in these 31 tote bags, and I literally just go color by color, 1, 2, 3, 4, like in all the fun colors. So they're not done to completion. I do have to add their gills still, and sew them shut and stuff, but they're almost done. That is what, like, Friday will probably be another one of those long lives where I will be finishing off all of my market whips, because I can't sell them if they're not done. Yeah, Liza, definitely look me up on Facebook. Yes, so anytime that there are arms and legs, I try to crochet them in as well. I think they're a lot more secure that way and way easier than sewing them on. Sew on the head and the eyes. That's not bad though. My most popular items change at every market too. Sometimes it's loaf cats, sometimes it's tiny turtles, sometimes it's tiny chickens. Sometimes it's tiny dinos. Like, it just depends. I know that's the first time I saw the pattern too, but it's really cute.
You know how you come in almost every day for our cold foam coffee? Yeah, well, I might be putting myself out of a job.
There's conversation happening in a pattern testing group chat. That's kind of what I'm looking over at.
Who could blame you if you stopped coming in altogether? Yeah, that's foaming delicious. You're welcome.
New International Delight Cold Foam Creamer, now in stores. It's foaming.
Definitely get on the frogs. That cute little squish frog looks really fast. And Stephanie said it took her about an hour. But even like leggy froggies, we were talking about those. I make them with multiple expressions, and they sell pretty good for me. But my list of things, like if you're looking for quick market makes and like my best sellers, we're talking about, it's a tiny chicken pattern by Making Things Naughty. It's in her Claw Machine Pals, in her highlights. It's free pattern. We have the tiny dino, like the little Triceratops pattern by Club Crochet. I make them in velvet yarn and in Sweet Snuggles Light, and they sell really fast. I need to make them in Sweet Snuggles Light myself this week. The Tiny Turtle or Tank the Turtle patterns by, I think, what is that? Mel's Inspired Creations? Something like that. These Octos, they work up really fast. This is just a shell. It's not stuffed. This is a free pattern on Instagram from Stitchin' with Abby. Like these are my best sellers for sure. Axolotls are huge. You know that. Liza, I don't know if you know, but I started a TikTok this year, and I've been doing my best to share like my market breakdowns and my best sellers per market and stuff like that over there. Come on. Get in there. Sorry, struggling. Okay, got it. You sold out a tofu turtle at both your markets. 10 for each sale and sell for $10. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you found me here too. I get it. I mean, TikTok's not for everybody. It's not even my thing. I get really bad sensory overload. So, okay, I have a question. Kind of. I need to run to the ladies' room for a moment. And I feel like there's a screen that I can put up that says be right back, but I don't know where it is. If anybody can leave it in the chat, that'd be great. But I'm going to disappear for like 5 minutes. Please don't leave me. I'll be back, I swear. Okay. Hey, thank you guys for not leaving me. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you. It's a little sloppy at the moment, strings hanging down everywhere, but one of these days I'll tidy it up. So my son earlier, when he busted through the door and scared me, apparently wanted to inform everybody that alligators evidently only have a brain the size of a quarter.
State Farm is there.
Your local
Fun
State Farm
fact.
agent is available when and where you need them. Online, over the phone, or in person.
My
State Farm agents are here to answer
bathroom
questions and help you
is
file your claims.
This is
so far away.
Get someone who can actually help. Contact
My
State Farm
goodness.
agent Michael Dill today.
You have to go down the stairs and around the house. Thank you for the new follow. Totally Creations. Toad Lily. If I could read. Toad Lily Creations. Thank you. My goodness. Okay. So we have our pattern sent from the Mini Mantis pattern test. So that's exciting. And then I really need to work on the standing giraffe. It's so dang cute. We have a couple more days. No, not people. I'm trying to look at pictures. I'm trying to think of the color that I want to use. I might just use like the gray tones. Like I think I want to do that. Because I want to pick a color that not anybody has used yet. And one person used the yellow like floral yarn, the bloom yarn. One person made theirs in teal with purple. Another person made theirs in lime green. Another person made theirs as white with rainbow colors. And another person used like a pale yellow and the warm browns. So I had signed up to do the graph work version. So I have to crochet in my spots. And 3 of them had did theirs. The 2 who were sewing on theirs have done theirs. So that's 5. Oh, so we're just waiting on me. I'm the last one. I should probably work on that. Oh, man. Listen, guys. I am not exactly the most organized person in the world. So apparently this song is Unsung Hero. But, you know, while I'm not doing the thing that I should be doing, let's make another octo. We're going to finish the pink one. That's what we're going to do. So I don't need many of the octos. I think I made 8 of them the beginning of this year. And I still have... no. I don't think I still have any of those. A mustard yellow. I have not started yet. You know, I do have a mustard yellow. I use it for my chickens. I could do that. And that is a different color than my other giraffes that I've made recently too. You love the color mustard? Yeah, it's a good color. It shouldn't take too long once I get started on it. But in the last week, I have finished 2 cockatiels. 1 in Sweet Snuggles Light and 1 in Velvet Yarn. 2 sitting axolotls. 1 in Burnout Blanket Frosted yarn. In like oranges. And the other one in Sweet Snuggles Light as like a mint chip themed. And then I've also started a whole bunch of the tiny triceratops and the axolotls, like the small ones. Thank you for the like on my photo. I appreciate you. And then started the chickens and the leggy froggies. So there's a ton of stuff that's not totally done. I got to finish all that stuff. I got 1 week to get as much done as I can because it's my biggest market of the year. My biggest one-day market of the year. Last year, I had only brought maybe $500 worth of stuffies. And I sold out of everything but like a few mushy boys and an Octo. And the rest of it was like hats and scarves and stuff. And I sold a sweater, which was interesting. Like, who thinks they're going to sell a sweater in the middle of July? I sure did not. So this year I'm focusing on the plushies. And we'll see how far we get. Because I know that at this event there is one other plushie maker who they put really close to me last year. And I wish they hadn't. And their stuff was really cute. I didn't get close enough to see about prices, but and then down the way there was a local business who had rented out an area of sorry. They had rented out an area of like just free space between their buildings. And there was a crocheter in there, but her stuff was very cheap with acrylic yarn and very beginner, which is fine. We all start somewhere. Come on. So I'm not too concerned about like competition necessarily. I just want to be able to sell my stuff. I love this market. It's a great thing. It's down in Sharon, Pennsylvania. They light the river like on fire. They make these pillars, and it's a ceremony where they're essentially welcoming in realistically the $5 to $10 and up to $20 is the sweet spot for selling in general. Like that is a standard number.
JCPenney is your one smart shop for back to school. More fashion, more savings, plus thousands of deals under $20.
Yeah, I don't have the patience to make blankets anymore unless it's as a gift for somebody and I want to. And the wearables that I would have are like hats and gloves and scarves and crop tops. So like I'll bring and sell the crop tops, but the hats and scarves and everything, that all is put away for the fall. Prices of anticipation may vary, valid for product of equal or lesser value. Yeah. I know most people, as long as they're not spending more than $20, they feel okay spending it. Once they have to spend more than $20, then it's like, this is eating into my snack money, or this is, maybe this is my gas money for the week or whichever. But 20 doesn't seem to hurt so bad. Yeah, I get a lot of little kids too. You know, I feel bad because a bunch of them come up and, oh, well, I only have $5 or I only have $4. You know, what can I spend? It's like, well, the cheapest crochet thing that I sell are $8. And I'm really sorry. But I do, so like the pom-poms for your hats, I keep them on hand with me at markets. And I turn them into keychains. And I sell those for $2 because I get them in bulk on Amazon. And they just have the elastic loop on them. And so between, like, the price of the pom-poms are maybe 50 cents. And then the little beaded keychain thing is about 20 cents or so. So I'm still making a little bit of money, but not a ton. Yeah, I mean, the kids like them. They think they're fun. They want to put them on their backpacks or get them for their mom. And they don't always sell, but sometimes. I know one of my next big investments for my markets are going to be the baskets and shelves specifically for grid walls. Because I have makeshift stuff. Like, somebody gave me scrap wood that they were going to throw away, and it works well as shelves, but it doesn't really look all that great. I have the wooden crates, which are fine, but I need more, I guess. And I have, like, I bought baskets at Walmart that I can hang on my walls, but it just all looks very makeshift and not necessarily put together. And I know that I could do better. So I want to invest in the shelves and the baskets. But they are pricey. Well, thank you. I like my setup. It just could be easier. Like, I would like to take down the table, and I would like to take everything that's on the table and put it on the back wall, like on shelves of some sort. But I need a better way of doing it. I think I need a smaller sign because my sign's just too big. It takes up a lot of real estate. But my sidewall, I could fill that in a lot better if I had the better, like, proper equipment. But more than anything is that if I got the shelves and the baskets that go for grid walls, they're way faster to put on because it's just grabbing it and whoop, done. Where now I have grid wall hooks. They are meant to hang things off of. And they are great in my winter display, but for summer with all the plushies and stuff, it's not so great. So I have to put my grid wall hooks on the wall in all these specific places to be able to hang my baskets and crates on. So that takes up a lot of time. Yeah, I have one table, but I want it gone. I don't know where I would sit, but I want it gone. There. Yeah, I like the look of the shelves a lot. It looks like you can hang so much more, like put so much more on the grid walls that way. Because I've seen, like, how Crochet Grove and others use theirs, like Lumiel Art, Alyssa G. You know, their displays look really great. So there's the third Octo. If I wasn't being so chatty, I would have at least one or two more done. Yeah, it's playing around. That's the big thing. And this is what I have left of that scrap ball. So we're done with pink. Thank you. Now we're going to do a silver one. And I think I'm only going to stay on for another like half hour because my husband's going to be home at about that time. And he'll probably come home and jump in the shower. So like I'm not in a huge rush, but just as an FYI. We've been so busy lately. I know we've got TV to watch and we haven't been able to watch it. Between the crazy things that we've been doing, but also somehow we lost one of the cable remotes. And we had Armstrong come out to try to fix, like, because we tried to take our TV remote from our bedroom and pair it to the downstairs TV. Not realizing that we could totally just watch TV in our bedroom. I don't know why we didn't think of that. But anyways, so they came out, they gave us a new remote. They tried to, they paired it. It worked. They left. We went to bed. The next day, that remote quit working. And when we called the first time, we had already been looking for the remote for a few days and hadn't found it. And then it took them 3 days to come out here. They gave us the remote. The next day it wasn't working. It took them 4 more days to come back out here to give us a new remote again. So we haven't been able to watch cable in like forever. So that's a good time. They told us, they're like, well, you can go to the local office and you can tell them the situation and they can give you a remote, but there's no guarantee they won't charge you for it. I was like, I'm not paying for a remote that you guys gave me that doesn't work. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. So if there's anybody who's watching right now who hasn't liked the live, if you could, that would be a huge help to me. It does help push my videos out to be seen by more people. Also, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure that you do that. That way you can get notified of any of my other stuff going on. I do have another video scheduled for this coming Saturday. And it's going to be a crochet with me video. And the pictures on the cover photo, the thumbnail, whichever, those are pictures of what I made during that video. And then I'll have another one. I need to work on editing that one, but the next one that I'll have out is going to be kind of like my rainbow series, because I had a Pride event in June, and so I made all kinds of rainbow stuff. I paired together this plushy rainbow yarn from Hobby Lobby and burnout velvet.
Kind of like choosing Derek Jeter as the pinch hitter for your baseball team.
You're crocheting with me now? Yay!
I'll give it a try. I swung a bat once or twice.
And
that's out of here.
So I paired the yarns together.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft.
Or no, it wasn't burnout velvet. It was Premier Parfait, not Parfait Chunky. Before Parfait Chunky, there was just regular Premier Parfait in huge balls, big balls. And, Liza, when I read that the first time, she says, I'm outside by the bonfire. I had to kind of do a double take in my brain because I'm like, outside my house? I want a fire. Like, wait a minute. No. Oh, man. I wish I was outside by the fire. Yeah, I know. My brain kind of malfunctions sometimes. But yeah, there will be a lot of like hyperlapse of me crocheting in the next video, some decent music in the background, and it'll be nice. It's a nice kind of long, just chill crochet video. Neither is yours. I understand. It is 11 o'clock at night, and my brain is just bleh, bleh. I mean, I at least feel productive at the moment. These Octos go really fast. Oh, see, I want to feel productive, and then I do this thing where I just crochet too far. Oh, man. Usually it's just a couple stitches too far, but that was a whole row and a couple stitches. Dang it. Wasted time. Yeah, it did cool down. So for me, the answer why not is because I am afraid of fire. My brother was a pyro, and he lit our house on fire a few times growing up, so I am really afraid of fire. I don't mess with lighters. I don't light candles. I don't do anything with fire. Not my jam. And my husband's not home yet, so I can't tell him, like, hey, go light a fire. I don't know if he'd want to anyways, though. Like, just the two of us. If it was other people, maybe. I don't want to play with fire. It makes me scared. I really don't want to get burned. There was this one time that my brother, while playing with fire, he lit the broom on fire, and it was one of the plastic ones, and he was waving it around in the air like a flag because he thought that it looked cool. And then that hot plastic melted directly onto his arm. And then it cooled down, and we had to peel that plastic off. Yeah. Yeah, it was not a great experience. It was very scary. I mean, before I can remember, but I've heard the story from like my mom. My brother had climbed underneath her bed at one point playing with a lighter, and he accidentally lit her mattress on fire. So she had to fill garbage cans full of water and dump it to put the fire out in her bedroom. And it worked, thank goodness. Then another time, my mom doesn't believe that he did it, but I think that he did, was messing with the gas valve in the basement. Yeah, she wasn't in the room. She was in the room to put fire out, but I'm also glad that she's okay. I'm glad that he's okay, because he could have been the one that got really hurt. You know, he was just a toddler. Yeah, I have 2 little boys myself, and they are a handful. Yeah, after that, as we grew older and we moved back to Pennsylvania, like home state, my mom actually joined the local fire department and was a firefighter for many years, more than 10. She got all the certifications, and she was just as qualified as the rest of the guys who'd been in there for a long, long time. But she ended up with a heart issue or scare. Yeah, I mean, that was a really cool thing for her, but also terrifying. So, I mean, when your parent leaves the house to go and fight a fire, you don't know if they're going to come back. And like, there was one time she had told us that she had actually fallen through the floor. It was like a porch or like a 1-story place, so she didn't fall very far. But if it wasn't for her falling through the floor and straddling a joist, it could have been a lot worse. She never ended up with any real injuries or anything like that, thank goodness. She did, she ended up having a heart issue. And at that point, like, I made her promise that she needed to stop. Because her grandfather had actually passed away while fighting a brush fire. Not like by fire, but because he had sat down against a tree to just relax. And his heart kind of just stopped working. So he fell asleep for a nap and never woke up. And so I didn't want the same thing to happen to her.
Is it easy being a mother? Well, I can't say for sure, but from what I've noticed.
And then she thought about getting back into it after a while because everything was managed and under control. But then, by surprise, she had my little sister. And at that point, I made her promise that she couldn't be a firefighter and risk dying when she had a baby at home. That wasn't fair to her. So, kind of one of those things, like, what's your baby supposed to do if something happens to you?
Delivering more research, clinical trials, and innovative therapies focused solely on your unique health and wellness needs.
So, fun fact, I'm an Army brat. My mom was also a military wife. My dad served in the Army for 21 years. He was a paratrooper for a while, and then something else, and then a field medic, and then he became an instructor. So we've lived in North Carolina, in Tennessee, and Hawaii, and Texas before moving back here to PA. My dad didn't retire from service until I was, 16 or 18, something like that. And now he's back home and he's living his best retired life. So my mom was a military wife as well. And we understand that struggle. She is absolutely a fighter, always has been. I know my mom doesn't watch my YouTube channel, but I don't think that I tell her enough how proud of the person that she has become over the years. She's grown a lot since we were kids. She's done a lot to really take care of herself and be a better person for herself and for her kids. And she's done a lot for herself to be the best version that she can be. She's come through a lot. And in the last so many years, I mean, she bought a house. She never thought that she really would. And she gets to kind of start over with being a mom and doing all the things with my little sister that she wasn't able to do with us. She's able to take care of herself in a way that she wasn't able to with us. So I'm very proud of what she's doing for herself. And I'm really glad that my sister gets this version of my mom too. You know? Hey, look. Another octo. See how fast I can go when you're actually paying attention to what you're doing? Alright. Another set of eyes. Okay. You know what I think that I need to do? I've been doing a lot of like plushie pattern releases lately. Not all of them have been doing super great, sales wise. Oh, thank you. Sorry. I would say that most of my family's decent. My little sister is learning to crochet herself. And the last time she was here, what was it? Oh, we made Octos. Hi, Karina. Welcome in. And my sister is turning 10 this year. And I just turned 31. My brother is 2 years younger than me. So there's big age gaps. And my brother's trying. He's, at least for the most part, staying out of trouble. Hi, Harper. Yeah, she's funny. She comes over for sleepovers every once in a while, especially in the summer. And that's what we do, is we crochet. I try to teach her little things, and she's gaining confidence. She just needs to learn practice. But yeah, my brother's staying out of trouble for the most part. My mom bought a house recently, like, I don't know, last year or so. And she has a new job. She's very excited about it. And my dad is just living his best retired life. Oh, I love this song. It's Fireflies. But like violin. I'm doing good, Karina. I know I've mentioned it a handful of times earlier. Hi, Archer.
I just felt like I got beat on the butt cheek.
Great. I'm on a live and everybody just heard you say that. Is your butt okay?
But it did actually kind of hurt.
Is it okay?
Yes, but it hurt a little bit.
Do you need assistance?
Oh, what?
I don't know. You come in to tell me that it feels like something bit you on your butt.
Cheek.
Butt cheek. Close enough. Liza says hi.
Hi.
There you go. Oh yeah, they always think they have everything figured out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You going back downstairs? Dad'll be home any minute.
Like, it could be right now.
Well, no, probably in like 5 minutes. If you go downstairs and wait for him.
I like it, but then only two. But 2 is still pretty powerful.
Mhm.
1, perfect for me. 2 gold. 3, way too.
You're funny. Go downstairs. You do it.
So,
Go
I
get a
just
flash
got the
water.
State Farm personal
No.
price plan on my car insurance. So you told your agent.
Then you gotta wait for
bad
Dad,
advice
sorry.
For your dog.
Bye. Please shut my door.
My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me.
Mhm.
Okay, let me show you what I've been working on.
Yeah, apparently he needed to come up here to tell me that a bug bit his butt cheek and that he wants me to come downstairs and kill a bug because it looks weird. I don't know.
When booking with other vacation apps, sounds like this.
Yes, I am market prepping, Karina, because I have my really, really big market this coming Saturday. Last year, I made over $1,000 in sales at this market, and it's just in one day. So, yeah, I'm trying to knock as much of the big sellers or easy sellers out as I can. Yesterday, I walked around the amusement park with my husband at his company workouting, and for my birthday. And I made leggy froggies and my chickens while standing in a line. We waited in a line for 2.5 hours and rode one ride and then went home because it was ridiculous. So I have 2 markets booked for August. I signed up for an anime fest.
Now I feel like on my way to the steps, and something like a bug when it landed on me.
Archer, you're fine. Please go downstairs.
On the back of my bed.
Yeah, Karina, I'm with you. I'm about ready to send Archer to bed if he doesn't go back downstairs. Yeah, I agree. Mom needs a break. But I signed up for an anime fest for August 3rd. So that is not this Saturday, but next Saturday, which I'm nervous about because I don't have a single thing for an anime prepped and ready. So that'll be my focus, like Saturday and on. Yeah, the 2.5 hours, we waited it. Okay, so my husband said, let's ride this ride because it's the best one here. Every other ride was 1 hour wait. We waited in the line for an hour, got inside the door, and they said there was going to be a delay with the ride. So we're thinking like, okay, it's a delay. It should pop back up in like 30 minutes, no big deal. 30 minutes go by, half of the people leave, did not come back on. So we waited a little bit longer, and then it was 2 hours. And then the workers kept kind of coming and going, like setting up like they were going to start it back up and then leaving, and then coming back and setting back up and then leaving. So we ended up staying for 2.5 hours. It was me and my husband, one of the guys who works like with his company, and his wife or girlfriend or whichever, and then a mom and her 4 kids. We were the only ones left who had waited the whole time. So we were the next ones in line. And we got to ride it. The ride lasted for all of 3 minutes. And then we started walking around, and thankfully it was cooler, but at that point we were over it. The lines were still an hour long. And so we decided to just leave, and we went to a Mexican restaurant to get food because that's my favorite food, and it was my birthday. And we had some drinks, and I had fajitas, and then we went home to get Archer. While Archer and Rowan were at their uncle's house, and then had to take Archer to the ER because he had hurt his back. He had tried to lift his uncle's 25-pound dumbbells and didn't say anything to anybody, and he hurt himself doing it. So I took him to the ER to get him checked because he was like incapacitated on the ground. And everything was fine. They did x-rays, they did urine, make sure it wasn't a UTI, and it was fine. So thankfully he's been good today. But that was the evening. We came home and we went to bed. It was a very busy day. Yeah, it was one heck of a day for sure. The little tiny buzz that I had after our flight of margaritas and my birthday shot of tequila disappeared when we got there and Archer was hurt. I don't know. So, Karina, we talked about this a little bit earlier before you got on. What yarn are you using for your leggy froggies, and are you making all of the expressions? Because my leggy froggies, I make them smiles with blush, a meh face, so just like a line for the mouth, and then a sad face or a grumpy face, and those ones I cross the arms to make them look grumpy. And then I use, because I use burnout blanket when I make them, but I don't use a solid color yarn. I use like the tie-dye-ish green or the like marbled type green. So I sell the meh and the grumpy faces way faster than I sell the smiles. And I make them in the different like colored yarns. So I'll batch make them. Hang on. So this is one of the pictures. The ones with the grumpy faces and the meh faces sell faster than the rest of them. And the eyes do it too. And then the other ones, like that's the one color that I use. And then, hang on. We're getting somewhere. These are the other color. And I sell them for $15. Like I typically will make one skein at a time, so there's about 11 of them that I can make. And I sell them for $15, and I have to rebatch them like once a month. Just to get rid of them. I mean, if your mystery bags are doing good, that's great. I haven't tried the mystery bags yet. I don't know how I would. Like, I don't have anything to put them in mystery bags, I guess. But oh yeah, I signed up for an anime fest for August 3rd. It's literally only a 6-foot space. And I need to work on anime stuff. And then my only other market, it's a 2-day market at the end of August. But last year there was another crocheter there that set up literally directly beside me. But they said last year that they likely were not going to do it again, that it wasn't good enough for them. Which, I mean, I get it. Last year my sales were down compared to the year before. But I strongly think that had something to do with the fact that there was another crochet plushie vendor directly beside me. Sure doesn't help. That's super cool that you and JC got to do that together. I'm glad you guys both did good. So I don't think that I have, well, I don't have any toys left from last year. So I wouldn't be able to do that. I didn't really start focusing on toys. Like, I made toys, but I didn't market prep many toys. Last year when I did, I was making Tank the Turtle, I was making the little dinos, and I was making the axolotls and my chickens, and those were the only things, really. So this year I'm doing a heck of a lot more. I thought about doing something like that with hats. I could do that maybe with cowls. I have a lot of like miscellaneous cowls that I want to get rid of. I need to clearance them out and just have people take them because they take up space that I want. Yeah, I want to prep a bunch of mermaids, but I haven't had the time. I would like to, because the Friendly Red Fox put out their recent free mermaid pattern, and I want to make some of those. I would like to make some of those to put out, but I haven't had the time, and they turn out a pretty decent size. So for me, the size that they turn out as are like $40 size. Oh, this song is so nice. I like it. Makes me think of my grandpa. I don't sell anything for $5 though. That's my big issue. I mean, with the cowls, I have them all marked down to 15. So I would probably mark those down to like 8 at the lowest, because they'd be half off. Karina has 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20. And then bigger stuff is from 30 to 60. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any crochet things that are 5. My lowest things are $8. So I made some of the pocket whales. Oh yay. I made some of the pocket whales and sharks all from Jade, and her little octo, all in Bernat Velvet scrap yarn that I had. And those are going to be my $8 things. They're just easy, small takeaway things for the kids. And then I have pocket frogs. And the ones that are done in Parfait Chunky Parfait Chunky and Hobie Honey Bunny. I have those ones marked at $8 because they're small. You've made small toys or things kids would like. So I choose not to do the stress balls, like the squeezy ball things for the kids, because they pop. And as soon as they pop, the crochet work that you spent hours doing is now ruined and worthless. On top of that, the little squishy balls and the fluid and stuff that's inside of them could potentially be harmful to children. So I don't personally want to take the risk of that. I would rather make other things than that. All right, done. And I'm not going to start another one because I'm going to be getting off and going downstairs. My husband is home, I'm sure. So to finish out reading, you try to do small things for the kids. I totally understand. I like to do the small things for the kids, and I'm always crocheting. Having to slow down because a lot of hand pain. It's only making 2 or 4 of each thing, and if they sell, you restock. You know, Karina, I get that. I don't know if you use any kind of pain cream, but this is the one that I use. If you do, it's just Walmart brand arthritis cream. It's like Tylenol cream. It doesn't smell like anything. And it says on here, compares to Aspercream pain relieving cream. It is, hang on, a cream. So it's like toothpaste, but not as thick. And it blends right in. I put it right on my hand, my wrist, and just rub it in. The compression gloves are fine, but I can't crochet with them. Sensory issues. And if you're having hand pain, like, remember to do your stretches, you know, this way, this way, this way, and this way. Just, it helps. Yeah, Liza, if you feel like making them, I mean, feel free, but just look into the materials that's inside of them. If the squishy ball itself says that, you know, it's made for 3 and up, then put that warning on the toy. Because you want to make sure that whoever's buying it knows, like, don't give this to your pets. Yeah, don't give them to your pets. Don't give them to your children who might chew on them because, you know, it could be toxic. I read somewhere that somebody had that exact issue where the parent messaged them to ask where they got it because they needed to know if the materials that were in it were toxic to children because they weren't sure if the kid had swallowed one of the, like, little boba things in it. Yeah, I got my compression gloves from Walmart, just the copper fit gloves, because copper's good for blood flow, and I wear them to bed. You can use a massager thing on your hands? That sounds amazing. I want one. Yeah, I prefer this above the rest, honestly. This is my favorite. I have tried every one of them that they have at Walmart. And it feels like lotion when you put it on, really. The alcohol meant for sore muscles. I don't know which one that is. I mean, I've tried the Bengay. I've tried the one that starts with a V. I don't remember. Like, I've tried so many of them, but that's definitely my favorite. Liza, if you tell people verbally, I mean, if you're outgoing like that, yes, Voltaren, thank you. I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the heck is that stuff called? There's generic Voltaren at Walmart now. I have some of that in my nightstand. I've got some of this stuff all over the house. I've got Aspercream in my car, the Voltaren in my nightstand, the pain cream in my bag. I've got more cream in the drawer downstairs. It's everywhere. That stuff does me good. I've dealt with, like, tendonitis flare-ups since high school. And it's a problem, so. Yeah, Karina, give it a try and then let me know what you think. Because I know it works for me, but this is not a sponsored ad. You know? Thank you, Stephanie. My brain was having a full-on fart. But anyways, I'm going to hop off, guys. So thank you for sticking with me. If you haven't liked the live yet, please give that a like. I really appreciate it. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. And watch out for my video coming out on Saturday. And watch out for my upcoming pattern release. I have a chunky peen pattern that's going to be coming out soon. Just keep watch, watch my socials and you'll see it. Bye guys, good night.